Hello friends, today we will be studying the osteological features of the clavicle bone. Now what we see here are the two clavicle bones. Now let us just randomly pick this one up and see first the morphological features. Now this bone, it's a typical long bone having some characteristic features. Now, what are these characteristic features? It is a long bone or the only long bone in the body which lies horizontal, while all other long bones are vertically placed when you see them in the normal anatomical position. Plus, this is the first bone to ossify. It ossifies by intramembranous ossification and has two primary centers of ossification, and it has no medullary cavity. Since it lies just subcutaneously, sometimes it may be pierced by cutaneous nerves. These were the characteristic features of the clavicle. Now let us see the morphological features. Since it's a long bone, it's going to have two ends and a shaft. What we see here is the medial end, and this is the lateral end. The medial end, as you see here, is rounded and has an articular surface which articulates with the sternum or the manubrium sternum. The lateral end is flattened from superior to inferior aspect and has got one oval articular facet which articulates with the acromion process of the scapula. Then when we study the shaft is bent or is S-shaped, having a medial 2/3 and a lateral 1/3. The medial 2/3 is convex anteriorly and concave posteriorly, while the lateral 1/3 is flattened, having a superior surface and an inferior surface and two borders, that's the anterior border and the posterior border. The medial 2/3 has four surfaces: a superior surface, an inferior surface, an anterior surface and a posterior surface. These surfaces are not demarcated by well-defined borders. Keeping all these features in mind, let us now identify the side of this bone. This is the rounded end which has to lie medially. This is the flattened lateral end which lies laterally. The medial 2/3 of the shaft is convex anteriorly. So this is anterior and this is posterior. Now we only need to see what lies superior and what lies inferior. So on the inferior surface, we look out for the subclavian groove, and laterally we look out for the conoid tubercle and the trapezoid ridge. So since we can see these tubercle and ridge here and the subclavian groove, this is the inferior aspect. So keep it inferiorly. This smooth surface is superior. So we have seen superior, inferior, medial, lateral, anterior and posterior, and we hold it the way it lies inside our body. That tells us that this is the clavicle of the right side. So that's how we identify the side. Now let us see what are the muscle attachments on this bone. When we see the medial 2/3, its four surfaces have got one attachment each. The superior surface gives attachment to the fibers of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. The anterior surface gives attachment to the clavicular fibers of the pectoralis major. The inferior surface has got the subclavian groove to which the subclavius muscle gets attached, while the posterior surface near the medial end gives attachment to the sternohyoid muscle. These four muscles are seen attached on the medial 2/3 of the shaft. while the lateral one-third of the shaft along the anterior border shows attachment of the deltoid muscle, while along the posterior border it shows attachment of the trapezius. So these two muscles here, deltoid and trapezius, are attached to the lateral one-third. When we talk of the medial end, it shows attachment of the articular disc of the sternoclavicular joint, the capsule of the sternoclavicular joint, and the interclavicular ligament. The lateral one-third on the inferior surface shows attachment of the conoid and trapezoid parts of the coracoclavicular ligament. We then go on to see what are the joints formed by this bone. Two joints formed by this bone. The medial end forms the sternoclavicular joint with the manubrium sterni of the sternum, whereas the lateral end, the oval facet here, forms the acromioclavicular joint with the acromion process of the scapula. The sternoclavicular joint is a simple, complex, saddle type of synovial joint. Simple because two bones contributing to formation of the joint. Complex because an articular disc is there which divides the joint cavity into two compartments. Saddle because of the shape of the articulating surfaces. While the acromioclavicular joint is a plain synovial joint. These were all the features that we had to learn about the osteology of the clavicle.